fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way when my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase.
The coach take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Set 18, Gator. 56. Blue down. Deep grip.
On 1st and 10, Costello. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Credit the sack to Fred Warner.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. 2nd and long. A screen to Bell. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
2nd and 6. That's complete. It's Bell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, He's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Looking to throw. Costello looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
54, right there. 54 miles.
Throwing again. Costello. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. He couldn't hook up with a Nunwa that time.
Here we go. 180.
Mike, focus, defense, focus. Switch.
12, fellas. Here we go.
Shit. Switch.
13.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Here we go. 180. 12.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Here we go. 180. We own it. 11. 21. Here we go.
Watch it. He's coming. Double up.
21.
Shoot.
Hey, alert.
Back near his goal line. Here's Garoppolo. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Down. 30 base.
You're not ready.
Hey, orbit. Go.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nunwa's got it, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
90 Wolf.
We're scoreless after 1. The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Jets.
Operating from the gun, Costello, and that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here.
One, Omaha. 21. Check 24. Check 24.
On second down, it's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct.
Here we go.
But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
13.
To throw is Garoppolo. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for the Niners. 55 yards. Nothing conservative about that play call. You said earlier in the quarter you wanted to see them open things up, maybe take some shots downfield. There you go.
Yeah, and that one was successful. But even if they're not successful, when you take those shots downfield, they've got to back off a little bit, loosen up a little bit on defense, and give you a little bit more room if you want to run the football.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Screen play, Johnson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
On second down, Johnson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go. White 20. White.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will fight his Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Niners 7, Jets 3. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And an alley to run. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
But he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Costello. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Goes underneath for Bell. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
56, Mike, 56, right there, right there. Let's go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Costello flushed out right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off at the 23. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here we go. Set. Check it. Right, 54. Here we go.
21.
He's checking crap.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Here we go. Watch it.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, but maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
On play action, it's Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep. This is caught. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gould able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Anunwa, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Watch the screen. There we go.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. This is Bell on the dump off. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 37.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
On first down, it's Darnold. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Darnold on first down. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Throwing again is Darnold. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back. Throw it across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked by Darian Thompson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. Dick! 180!
He's not going to get me. Check 30.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Here we go. 180!
57. Exit.
Now on 2nd and 16. Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
And the 49er first down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180! 11.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Like 80! 54. Like 54. They can't hang with us. What? 11. Sponge. No.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. And the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at halftime.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Darnold. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold to throw again. And he's got a noon one. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
Hey, box truck.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
To throw again on 2nd down, Darnold.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Now Darnold. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at at the 30-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Mike, 44.
Throwing on second and long. Garoppolo dance under pressure again, and down he goes again. Quinnen Williams, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here, back-to-back sacks. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a third and long. On third and long, it's Garoppolo. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up first and goal. Now it's Darnold. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Second down and goal. Darnold feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Here's Darnold. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, 79 yards. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. Then he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A first down throw, Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Darnold. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And oh, he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And great effort. Does he get burned for that in film? He fought through some tackles. End result, though, a fumble.
It's going to be one of those situations where he'll get yelled at about the fumble, but at the same time get a check mark for the extra effort. And so it's one of those tough, tricky things for coaches. You don't want to coach it out of them so much that you take away the effort. You just want them to be conscious of taking care of the football.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 51 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Intended for Brashad Perriman. Incomplete. Now 2nd and goal from the...
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch 54. Double dog, that's the way.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Bell. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Bang, 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 bang. 12.
Garoppolo now. And a big loss here as he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, Any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. After the interception, here's Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal two-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a one-score game, right? Touchdown, get two, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They begin the drive with Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Niners on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
21. Check 43. Check.
To throw is Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Crowder now to return. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Hey, high 7.
On 1st down, Darnold. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And the pass complete to Enunwa. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. And the pressure gets to him again. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. And here we go on 4th. Darnold, he's going to look deep for Perriman. And no, it's incomplete. The Tide Bulls tried it, went for it, but it didn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
12. That's the screen. Pass. Check 3.
On 1st down, it's Johnson. 20. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards. That's the run he's been waiting for, Charles. He's been bottled up all game. That run alone got him more yards than he had in all his previous carries combined.
And don't think for a second he doesn't know that, because every back that I know can almost calculate every yard with every step that they take. Had to be frustrated because of what's happened during the game. Has to be a lot better after that run.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Johnson on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is third down and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo, eluding the pressure right. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Escape. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. D. Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on first down, Darnold, that's complete. It's Bell. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Third and long, it's Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Brashad Perriman, 94 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, alert! 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 Rush in! Rush in! Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
This is Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Now it's Crowder. A great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Back to throw. Caught here by Bell. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
He's back to throw. Herndon's got it complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
Here we go, here we
The
go, here we go.
49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
8 yards on the pickup.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
One, Omaha. 65, 65.
Garoppolo to throw. Man open, it's Goodwin. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin finding the end zone on the game's final play. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. The extra point is good, and on the final play of the game, they walk away with a victory. Well, that was a fun game to witness, partner. A touchdown there at the very end to win this thing.
And that's really where the emphasis is, right? The touchdown to win it. I know that they put a little on top, right? What's your favorite dessert? You know, what do you put on top of your favorite dessert?
You put whipped cream, maybe a cherry.
There you go. The whipped cream, the cherry, whatever you want to talk about, that's what they put on it. But the story, the touchdown to win it, that's how they got it done.
So for San Francisco, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a tough season as they move to 2-7 now on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.